Oh, yes, we are happy. We are here with the second part of our discussion on nutrition. Gloria is with me here again, and this time we are going to look at malnutrition. This word malnutrition we've been hearing and hearing. What is it?
Okay. Malnutrition is when the child's, he's not at the normal, we have normal nutritional status.
Yeah.
So when you are over the normal status or under the normal status, you are malnourished.
All right. So do we have a particular machine that we use?
Yes, please. We have a particular assessment we do
to
identify that
all right,
this child is malnourished.
Oh, okay.
Then we have an assessment we do to identify that.
It's unfortunate sometimes you can clearly see that the child is malnourished, and sometimes they take some of them to prayer camp, and then the grandmother sitting somewhere thinking about herself, they say that, hey, it's a witch, and some of these beliefs, we respect African traditional beliefs, but some of them, it's something else. So, what are the causes of malnutrition?
Okay, we have several causes of malnutrition, but we'll center on a few of them.
All right.
We have something called when the child is infected with worms. Mm-hmm. It can be as a result of poor hygiene.
Oh, okay.
Where is the food prepared? Where is the food stored? Which ingredient or which saucepan was the food prepared inside? That one can lead to, worm infestation can lead to malnutrition.
Okay.
And also, when you don't take a balanced diet, let's say you are taking only carbohydrate, leaving protein, or taking only protein, leaving carbohydrate, or leaving fat and oil, or leaving vegetables aside. So a diet should be balanced, or should have we call something a 4-star diet. A 4-star diet is a diet that have protein inside, carbohydrate, have fat and oil, and have fruits and vegetables.
So which means that a 4-star diet is not a food that is served at a 4-star hotel?
No.
Please go on.
Okay. So when a child doesn't take a balanced diet, the child can also be malnourished.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And also, if the child overeats, he eats more than normal, let's say, and you are eating only one side, carbohydrate alone, you are eating. The child will end up getting a protruding belly. And then...
Okay. Is that the one we call kosheko?
Kosheko.
Okay.
Yes. And with skinny body, with hair that is not with normal color.
All right.
That can also cause...
All right. Okay. It's amazing, which means that even the environment where we prepare our food counts, because I heard you saying that the kind of saucepan, the environment, and all these matter.
Yes. That's why we encourage that mothers shouldn't give the child cold food.
All right.
The food should always be warm. You don't know what has flour sat on it.
All right.
Once we left it, so the food should always be warm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when you say mothers, are you leaving the fathers out? Because sometimes some fathers think that it's only the responsibility of the women to take care of their children at home.
The fathers are not left out. They are there to make sure that the right thing is done. Okay. But the reason why we mostly use mothers is mothers are close to the children and they are always in the house, ready to help the children. So.
All right, so you are listening to Prime Testimony Channel. I'm here with Gloria, who is a nutritionist and a child development worker, and we are discussing malnutrition.
To add to what I said earlier, one of the causes, the major causes of malnutrition is poverty. The underlying cause of malnutrition is poverty. So we should keep that one in mind.
All right, so how can you identify that a child is malnourished?
Okay, to identify that a child is malnourished, we don't only use our eyes or our own discretion. We have something we call nutrition assessment. We have 4 methods to assess the child, knowing that he or she is malnourished or normal. Okay. We have what we call anthropometric measurement or assessment. Okay. We have biochemical assessment. Right. We have dietary assessment and we have clinical assessment.
Okay.
But with our community level, we'll much center or we'll concentrate on the anthropometric measurements and then the clinical assessment.
Okay.
With the anthro, we use MWAC assessment when the child is below 5 years or 5 years and below.
Okay. Is MWAC an acronym?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It's mid upper arm circumference.
Okay.
So it's a tape that we use to measure. We have the normal, we have the underweight, and we have the overweight.
Okay.
So we use the MWAC assessment.
Yeah.
Then also we have something where we use their height and weight. When the child is above 5 years, we take your height to calculate the BMI to show whether the child
body
mass index to show whether the child is malnourished, normal, or overweight.
Okay.
That is the anthro assessment.
Okay.
And with the clinical assessment, I look at the child. I look at the fingers. How is it like? Some fingers, you can see that it's like a spoon shape.
All right, but when you look at my fingers, am I now malnourished?
Yeah, okay.
I'm okay.
Yes. So the fingers.
They say I'm not malnourished though. Praise God.
The fingers that is a spoon shape.
Okay.
You see the nail has gone inside.
Mm-hmm.
And also the child, the hair is flaky. It's not together. You see, it's reddish and it's standing one by one.
Okay.
That one too shows that the child is not okay. And also you can see the child, the ribs are showing already.
Okay.
Then the stomach is protruding. And then the child is having edema is when the child, there is so much fluid in the child's body.
Right.
When you press it with your hand, you can feel like it goes down and it comes back. That child is probably malnourished.
Okay.
And a child with old man face, the child is 2 years, but the face looks like an old man. So that one too is a sign of malnutrition. Also, the child cries a lot. Slightly, the child gets irritated and is crying.
Okay.
That one too is a clinical. You look at the child's behavior. Okay. Like this child probably might be malnourished.
All right.
So to confirm the child is malnourished, you can, with the clinical assessment, you can further do the anthro assessment.
Okay.
Or when you come in contact with the mother, the dietary, you ask the mother, what do you feed the child with? What did you eat yesterday?
All right.
That is the 24-hour dietary record. What did you eat yesterday in the morning? Then she will tell you, oh, we ate cocoa. We ate cocoa with kose. Yeah, what did you eat in the afternoon? We're like, oh, we ate rice. Okay. Rice with what? Maybe rice and soup. Okay. Then you ask the mother, yesterday in the evening, what did you eat? And she mentioned it. So that one is 24-hour record. So the record will guide you to know if the child is feeding well or not feeding well.
Okay.
So with this assessment, you identify the child who is malnourished or normal.
All right. Thank you very much. You are listening to Prime Testimony Channel. I'm here with Gloria, who is giving us a lot of education. My last question is that how can we prevent malnutrition?
Okay. Malnutrition can be prevented. Firstly, the underlying cause is poverty. Okay. So we have to empower the mothers in terms of providing for them the food they should feed the child with. Okay. Then from there you pick up. We believe that a mother who is working or who have financial support can easily buy an egg a day for the child or can provide meat for the child.